Reparations is definitely being spoken about more and more now, and it's credit to the brothers and sisters at the grassroots. We have said that we need reparations. We can no longer just look at this as something that we can't focus on. We looked at all the money that was given during the pandemic, how easily it was for them to put millions and trillions of dollars in the bank accounts of many Americans. We look at the PPP program, even though they had a lot of fraud with a lot of that, but there was still a lot of billions of dollars that the government just gave out, and the government was forgiving a lot of that too. So we seen all that. We say, you know what? It's time to start talking about reparations, because they can do this. They can do reparations. See, if the pandemic would have never shown up, maybe the reparations conversation wouldn't have got louder. But when we saw all of that billions and trillions of dollars going into the bank accounts of everybody, we knew it could be done even at a federal level. Reparations is a debt owed. It's not a handout. It's not a program for being discriminated or anything like that. It's a debt owed for black people building America. There would be no America unless black Americans built it. None of these other groups that have came to this country have really built anything. Sure, they may have some that worked on a few projects here and there, but they did not build America from the ground up. That was black America. You would not have Washington, D.C. It wouldn't have been for black America. The White House, built by black America. The Capitol building, everything built by black America. You had railroads that was built, roads that was built. The wealth of America came through black America. And we have to always let everybody know that. The white man himself did not build anything, because he was sitting back crossing his legs, being lazy, drinking iced tea while black people were building the nation. So he didn't even build anything. He didn't even get free from the British on his own. It wouldn't have been for Brother Crispus Attucks to start off the Revolutionary War. He's never done anything on his own. That's why when he claims that he is superior, and like, superior where? Because you never showed us anything you have done. You've never done anything in America on your own without the assistance of black America. You've never done it. I would love to see the day you do something with the assistance of nobody. I'm not just black America. I'm talking about nobody. Like I said, if it was up to me, I would say, you know what? Let's remove everybody out of America who is non-white. Let's remove us all out of here, and let's just watch them do what they do for about 5 years. I already know what they're gonna do, because I know European history and I know how they get down. They already will have another civil war, because that's how they got down in Europe. You know what I'm saying? And then the birth rates are so low. I mean, it would even crash even faster. If black folks even exited out of America, many industries they use to live would be dead. Trust me, they live good off of the sports world. That would die. The music industry, that would die. A lot of service jobs that we do, that would die. And I remember I said all non-white people, not using Hispanics to do all the service jobs. No, they don't want to do those jobs. You understand? They don't want to go out there and grow food and pick it. No. The agriculture would die, because they don't want to be out there doing that kind of work. So they're really not superior like they talk about. You understand? But reparations is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. They have no choice but to do reparations, because they done threw around too much money, and they can't justify why they can't pay reparations. They gave trillions of dollars to Afghanistan for 20 years. They have a free open check to Ukraine. And they want to tell me and you that they can't pay reparations. That's a bunch of BS. No, you don't want to pay reparations because you're racist. That's what it is. You're a freaking racist. That's the whole reason. If you're against reparations, you're racist. If you're a black person who's against reparations, you're a raccoon. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. How are you going to be against reparations and you supposed to get it? But of course, those who not going to get it. But like I said, I don't care about those who not going to get it. That's not, no. Your reparations is being allowed to come to America, to work, to earn money so you can send back to your homeland. If you were smart, you would come to America, get your money up, build your house, get your bag over there in your homeland and everything, and then return. That's what would be the right way to do. That's how you would take advantage of America with the American dollar. That's how you do that. You would set up a bunch of businesses in your home country, get the money going, everything good. And then that way is okay. Even if you figure out a way to work from home and still making the American dollar where you can go back to your homeland. That would be the smart way to do it if I was a black immigrant. That's what I would do. I would do it that way because I'm saying, hey, I can still make these American dollars, work from home, be back in my home country. I'm living large. That would be the smart way of doing it. That would be the very smart way of doing it. I wouldn't want to be here when I got a homeland of my own. But anyway, there are people who are actually afraid of reparations. Believe it or not, I'm talking about black people. This is the thing that people are not discussing with reparations and why some people fear it in the black community. There are two people that kind of fear reparations. One, they afraid white mommy and daddy is going to get more angry at them for getting reparations. Some of them believe that reparations would worsen race relations. Well, we haven't had reparations in about 500 years. And how is the relations today? Last time I checked, George Floyd didn't get any reparations. Look what happened to him. Look at Rekia Boyd. Look at Sandra Bland. They didn't have reparations for any of them. Look at what happened to Malcolm X. No reparations back then. I can care less about relations with anybody. I need mine. I need my reparations. It's funny that only when black people talk about getting something, all of a sudden we worry about relations with other people. But notice when other groups of people get something, they're not worrying about relations with nobody. All they're worrying about is getting theirs, and which that's the right way to be. So some black folks, don't even want to do certain things because white mommy and daddy gonna get upset with me, so I don't want to do that. So that's the one group. Then this is the second group that a lot of people are not talking about. There are black people, and even some of these Boule members too, that make an economy off of programs being used for black people, low-income programs, etc. See, in the California Reparations Commission, they talked about $223,200. What if the federal government say this? Okay, we'll pay black Americans who have a lineage here in America that goes back to slavery, $223,200. But when we pay that, we're not doing no special programs for none of you. Them programs that you had before are done because you done had a great injection of capital. You could take that $223,000. You can get a home with that. You can buy the land you talking about you want. You can, and I'm saying down payment, of course, but in some areas you could go buy the land with that money, actually. Education you talking about wanting, you can go definitely pay for some of that. Don't ask me for nothing no more. I done paid you behind reparations. I'm done. I don't want to hear no talk about paying you anything. I don't want to hear nothing no more. I don't want to hear it. I'm not doing no more programs for you. I'm nothing. You get it how you live like everybody else now because we didn't paid you. That is what some black folks are afraid of. They're afraid of white folks saying that. But you know me, how I get down. I was like, hey, give me my reparations and cut off all them programs, Mr. White man. Cut them off. Because with that kind of money, if we can't do nothing for our own with that kind of money, we deserve anything that we get after that. Because it has to come to a time, black folk, you can't sit up here and be looking at the white man to do everything for your behind. There's a lot of you that's listening, not all of you, but a lot of you that's listening that you really don't want to do for yourself. You just want to be treated good in the plantation. That's all you want. You just want to be in the house. You don't want to run nothing. You don't want to own nothing. You just want to be in the house. You want one of them good slave masters that some of our brothers and sisters had. Some of the slave masters that brothers and sisters didn't want to leave the plantation for. When it was time for them to go, like, I don't want to go. You treat me good. You still a slave, but you treat me good. That's what a lot of you really desire in America. That harsh slave master is the one you can't stand. You don't like them because they let you know you're a slave and treat you very horribly. But a lot of you are afraid that if you get that money, you're gonna be told you're free now. You're afraid you're gonna be told you got to go do things on your own. You can't be here underneath me no more. That's what a lot of people are afraid of for reparations. I'm talking within our own community. We talking about those who actually receive reparations. They don't want to tell you that, but I'm telling you. Because a lot of you is so socialized to be underneath white folks and how they do things. You don't want to own your own business. You don't want to create your own schools. You don't want to grow your own food. You rather fight with white people about what they do with food instead of you going out there and grow your own food. You don't want to create your own clothing line. We're talking about the majority. You really don't want to do that. Because, see, when you get reparations, it's going to make you have to do something. Because now at that point, they're going to tell you, white America, okay, black folk, you got all this money now. Do something with it. Don't come over here begging, talking about diversity on the job. You got money now. Get yourself together and create some businesses and hire your own. That's what you're afraid of. That they're going to look at you and tell you that. Because a lot of you, if you don't do it and you squander that, let's say you squander the money, white folks going to be on your behind worse than what they ever was. Because, yeah, they're going to be upset that they had to give you the money. Of course. But the fact is, for you to say, oh, well, why don't you hire us? You know what they're going to say? What happened to that $223,000 that the government gave you behind? Why you back over here? Why you didn't go create businesses? You mean to tell me between four of you, right? Between four of you, that was almost $1 million. Four of you couldn't get together and create a business? Four of you? You had almost $1 million between all four of y'all. Let's say they gave you that amount of money. Every four black people would have about almost $1 million. Almost. And you mean to tell me every four out of the four, or out of at least two of y'all, you couldn't create a business to hire people in your own community? You back over here begging us for a job? You talking about diversity and our stuff? This what you back doing? See, that's why some people don't want reparations. That's why some black folks are afraid to get it. That's why they say, we ain't never getting it. This is why some of them say, well, it could be college tuition, because if it's college tuition, then you still dependent on white people for everything. See, I couldn't be white because, you know what, I'll say, you know what, give it to them. Give it to them. But we're going to put down the moment that we give it to you, don't come back over here. Because now we didn't pay your reparations, go do you. Didn't you tell us that you built America? Okay, well, go build again. Here's the money. Go build again. Don't bother us no more. You got all this money. Go fix your HBCUs. And the Dion thing really exposed a lot of that, because they're stealing money. They're stealing. And a lot of these people who's stealing money need to be going to jail. You got people that's going to jail for $10,000 to $20,000 for defrauding with PPP, but you're not having these HBCU people not going to prison? They should be going to federal prison too for stealing. But black folks not trying to hold them accountable. Well, what if you get reparations and them folks say, hey, go over there to HBCUs, go fix that up. Stop begging to get over here. Stop talking about we not letting you in UCLA. Stop talking about we don't let you into Harvard. Go build your own version of Harvard. Now you got money. Get together and go build. That's what a lot of you are afraid of. Some of you. Not all of you, but some of you. You're afraid of that responsibility that's going to be put on your back if you was to get reparations. But I will say reparations is coming. It's going to come eventually. And you're going to be forced to do for yourself. And I can't wait for the day it happens. And I'm going to be the biggest proponent of cutting every program off from you. You look in California, you got all those homeless people, black people that's on the streets. That money will be a great thing for those people. It will be a great thing. It could start people's life all over to get that kind of money. Now, just me personally. I'm just saying, just me personally, and it's what I know. If I was in California, black, got that kind of reparations payment, let's say it happened, I'll get my check and I'm out. I'm gone. I'm gone to the South, and I can go buy me a nice house. That money. Because I know in California, that's not a whole lot of money. $223,000, that's not much. But it's a hell of a start. But a lot of people are afraid of that. Afraid of the day that white America say, do for yourself. We're not doing for you no more. We don't want to hear it. We don't hear about it. We don't listen. We paid you. We don't want to hear about slavery with you no more. We don't want to hear about anything. We paid for slavery. I don't want to hear it. Do you? And that's the fear, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of people don't want to talk about. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this podcast. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button where you subscribe to our podcast. Make sure you click the like button. It's very important. And we'll see you on the next one.